So if everybody is playing the same 200 songs off of lists like the DJ Intelligence Top 200, how do we sound unique? How do we separate ourselves from the next DJ? Are we all starting to sound alike? This is a question that I saw somebody post on social media, and I thought I would try to tackle it. This is my opinion and my take on it, not gospel, not telling anybody what to do, just some ideas and some thoughts. By the way, this video is brought to you by Hollywood DJ, located on 11th Street in Los Angeles, California. Check out their website, located in the description of this video on YouTube. Maybe it's here, maybe it's here or there, depending on how your screen happens to be articulated. Alternately, give them a call and they'll help you out. Thank you, Hollywood DJ, for being one of our channel sponsors. And before we get into the video, I've been doing some clickbait thumbnails. They're kind of tongue-in-cheek. They're very tongue-in-cheek. Just so you know, I'm not serious with these things. I'm mocking everyone else's clickbait. But yeah, so I even put clickbait like on the screen. So I'm acknowledging these are stupid thumbnails. So anyway, if you see a dumb thumbnail that says something about breaking the internet, or you won't believe what this DJ said, or this is shocking, or people are outraged, yeah, I'm mocking the internet with this. Just so you know, that's my sense of humor, and I hope that you understand that. I hope most of you do, and I hope you're enjoying them. I haven't gotten much feedback on them, but I thought they were kind of funny. But anyway, back to the question. Yeah, people like what they like. When we go through things like wedding receptions, we're dealing with this weird cross-section of people. It's everybody. It's everybody in the family. It's all their friends. So we're looking at different age groups. We're looking at different walks of life. All kinds of stuff. You know, what songs work for a mixed crowd? Those are the songs that are the most popular. Those are the ones that are requested, or the ones that the DJs are playing that you see on lists like that DJ Intelligence Top 200. And yeah, if we're all playing the same songs that work for that mixed audience, how do you separate yourself? There are a couple ways that I feel like you can. One way is in the presentation. I mean, that's the big thing. What order do you put them in? How do you mix them or not mix them? There are some people who swear by quick mixing. It works really well for their audience. And there are some people who swear by just regular mixing. There are some people who swear by just fading in and out. And regardless of what your technique is, as long as it works best for your audience, that's the technique you should use. But those are ways you can separate yourself from the next DJ. There are DJs out there who mix in a style that isn't necessarily the style that the audience is responding well to. And I would advise against that, regardless of what that style is. I would advise that you always mix in a style that's best for the audience in front of you. That's just me. As far as your client's wishes go, well, really, as long as their audience is happy, your client's going to be happy. So just pay attention when you're doing that. The other thing you can do is actually MC stuff, especially at a wedding reception. It's how you present these songs and how much talking you do or how little talking you do. You don't want to do too much. You want to do enough where you get your point across and say what needs to be said. But I'm not that read along kind of guy. That's why I don't take those classes on MCing and hosting and things like that. I think there's value in that, but not for me. I have my own style, and I feel like that separates me from the next DJ. It's my style of MCing and presenting in front of an audience. Here's the one thing I wanted to throw out there. This is something that I do at everything from school dances to wedding receptions and clubs and everything in between. And it works really well for me. And if you can take this tip and use it, please do. We know that people want to hear the same songs at an event typically. Regardless of what's on the Do Not Play list, the audience wants to hear the same 200 songs at every event for the most part. So when I'm doing something like a school dance, for instance, what I do for the first anywhere from half hour to hour is I play all of the best songs right away before they can even ask for them. Before they can come up and request them, I'm playing them. The hottest tracks, whatever they happen to be. If it's a school dance, Maybe it's the latest and greatest stuff on the charts. If it's a wedding, maybe it's the line dances and all the cheesy stuff they want to hear and all the hits they want to hear right away before they can ask for them. It's like it's hit after hit after hit after hit. And I hit them hard. If I have a client at a wedding that wants to hear certain songs and they've got them on the request list, I play them early. I put them in an order that makes sense. I present them as well as I can, and I get them out there quick. What I found is, if you do this, what you end up doing is winning your audience's trust. Like, you walk into an event, you see a DJ. Me, I'm 53 years old. If I'm doing a school dance, which I don't do a lot of, they see me and they say, okay, old guy. He can't possibly know what we want to hear. But then I play it, and they're surprised. And then I play the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Like, wow, this guy gets us. After a while, they start to trust you as a DJ. That's when you can start taking those chances. That's when you can start trying things and throwing things out there that are not on that top 200 list. Something from several years ago or a few years back that people forgot about. Something new that's really cool. Because they're thinking to themselves, hey, this guy's all right. If he's playing it, it's got to be good. And yes, this works at schools too sometimes. I've done it at schools. And it's fun. It's about winning your audience's trust. And if they have your trust, you can try stuff. What stuff? Well, it depends on the audience in front of you. That's when you really got to know your music. When I did New Year's, for instance, I was doing some weird stuff because it was New Year's and they were going to dance anyway. But there are times when I'm just doing a regular wedding or I'm doing a regular club night or whatever the case might be. If I've got their attention and they trust me and they're having fun, I can throw the weirdo tracks on that people generally aren't playing. The one that sticks in my head that I did was the Knack's My Sharona. They went nuts. And when I put that track on, I knew in my head I was taking a risk. They may not dig this, but I think they might. And I know sometimes as DJs we get anxiety when it comes to hit or miss tracks, right? We want to play the sure things, especially if you're playing an event that's maybe only 2 hours of dancing. You want to make sure you play the right songs in those 2 hours to get people dancing. But if you're doing a lot of events like me where I'm doing like 4 to 5 hours of dancing, after I've won their trust, I feel like I can try new things, and they're not always a sure thing. And like in my last video, I said that sometimes people aren't dancing. But you know what? Dancing isn't the only thing happening at social events. People are actually socializing. It's not all about us and all about what we bring to the table. Just like it's not all about photo booth, or it's not all about the gift table, or all about the screen that's rolling the pictures of the couple. There are a lot of things going on, and it's okay if you miss once in a while, especially if the rest of the night you're doing fantastic. I wouldn't recommend walking into an event and throwing on a song that you're not sure if it's going to work or not for the first song, or even doing it early in the night or early in your event. I'd recommend doing this after you've won your audience over. They like you, they trust you. Now try something. It could work. It could fail. What's the worst thing that could happen? You clear the dance floor and you start over with a tried and true song, maybe even off of that list. It's a risk. But there is no reward without a degree of risk. You can't play it safe and get reward. You gotta sometimes take a chance. And that's what I try to do. And it's not appropriate at every event, but you can kind of feel when it is. When they love you and they love what you're playing and they're digging it, that's when you can start taking chances and start throwing things on that aren't anywhere near that DJ Intelligence Top 200 list. And it's fun. It's fun to do that. I love playing songs at schools that they've never heard before. You know they've never heard them before, and they're digging them because they trust you. I love doing it at weddings, college parties, bars, clubs. It's fun. And I think that's how you can separate yourself from the next DJ. And there are times when I'm going to throw a song on at a bar and it's going to go over incredibly well. I took a chance, wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, threw it on, and it went absolutely amazing. Next week, I could be playing a different bar in front of a different audience, or a different wedding, or something else. None of the same people. I could throw that same track on and it could fail. Sometimes it's all about the setup. And in our case, what I'm talking about, the setup is just giving them what they want before they can ask for it. Rapid fire hits for these people. Louis C.K., the comedian, he had said one time that he used to save his best jokes for last. But then he decided to do his best jokes first, which forced him to do better as his set went on. It's the same thing with DJing. If you play your best songs first, it's going to force you to do other things and take chances later on in your set. I think that's pretty good advice. I think it's an interesting way of approaching it anyway. But yeah, just a vlog, just some thoughts. What do you think? What do you do to make yourself unique from the next DJ? What do you feel like separates you and sets you apart? Let us know in the comment section. And stay tuned for more videos. I've got stuff coming up. I've got a lot of ideas up here. Some of them I've let people know about. Hey, I'm going to try to do this. And I've gotten negative feedback. I made somebody really angry about a video that I want to do. And it was about equipment. But I'll probably still do it. And it'll get a clickbait title just like this one does. And I have no idea what this clickbait title is going to say on the thumbnail. But I don't know. I hope that some of you get my sense of humor on that anyway. I got to go. I got stuff going on. But just a quick video for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. Practice and enjoy.